Amarachi. Oh, Amarachi, you are there. Look at you. Look at you. Oh my goodness. Oh my, that's my dad. That's my blue diamond right there. Incredible. Incredible. I love you guys. All right. And I want you to raise your hands if you believe you're going to make $1 million this year. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Okay, raise your hand. I got my 2 hands out. If you believe you can make $1 million a year, I mean this month, okay, $1 million in this industry, that's the benchmark. All right. The benchmark for you being on this program is we're going to raise the bar. We are going to raise the bar. And get your notes on paper and let's get started on this right now. First, this business, the MLM business, write this down, is the smartest way to start $1 million company. We'll write it down. It's the cheapest and the smartest way to start $1 million business. MLM, network marketing, is the smartest way, it's cheap and a smart way to start $1 million business, all right? And what do I mean by that? If you want to start a regular business that is going to be global, you have to invest a lot of money in inventories. You have to invest a lot of money in office, in utility, in paying staff, in salaries, in taxes. You're going to invest a huge capital to set up a regular business. One of the beautiful things about this industry is that someone comes along and takes care of everything you need to set up a business and gives you access to the distribution channel. Everything you need to start a business has been taken over by a third party, office rented, products designed, services articulated, and all of the inventories and all the sundry expenses that you need to set up a regular business. A third party takes care of that and asks you to, you know what, take this value, take this product and make the world to fall in love. So that's why your greatest asset to become $1 million earner in the industry of network marketing, you want to write it down, is leadership. Your greatest asset to become $1 million earner in the industry of network marketing is leadership. I want you to write it down boldly. Your greatest asset is becoming a leader. Your greatest skill, the competence you need to become $1 million in this industry is the teaching skill, is the skill of teaching. So asset, the things you need to have as a person is leadership, to direct people, to inspire people, to guide people, okay? Now, but for you to do that and communicate people, you will require a teaching skill. And teaching skill is not a job skill, it's a life skill. If you're a parent, you have to learn to teach your children. If you are a CEO, you have to learn to teach your staff. If you are, whatever you do in life, teaching is fundamental to your becoming successful. But I see a lot of people who get into network marketing as an escape from poverty. If you are trying to run away from poverty, and that's the reason why you got into network marketing, I want to let you know you're still going to attract poverty. I want you to write this down. Whatever motivates you multiplies itself. If the reason why you join network marketing is because you want to run away from poverty, remember, what you're running away from, you are conscious of. The reason why should be, I want to write this down, if the reason why the first time was because you wanted to run away from poverty, from lack, from your job, from not being broke, if that's the reason why, that's the reason why we'll multiply. The more money you make, the broker you're going to become, because whatever motivates you multiplies itself. So today, I wanted to change that reason. Say the reason why I am into network marketing is to create wealth. The reason why you're getting involved in network marketing is to create wealth, not to run away from a bad job, not to run away from being broke, but to create something, because whatever you focus on is what's going to multiply. So most of the times, people work hard in this industry, work very hard, but they're still broke most of the time. Forget all the things we show in this industry. We try to show social proof, show the house, show the cars, show the money, show the commission. A lot of times, 90% of the people are still broke. So why put your effort in something when if it isn't about something greater than building wealth? All right. So today is, how do I recruit globally? How do I have a global recruitment strategy? Okay. And I'm going to share a lot of things with you guys today. So leadership is the greatest asset, and which requires to inspire people, to direct people, to build people. All right. That's the greatest asset. The greatest skill you need in this industry is teaching skill. So if you're listening right now and you really, really want to make millions of dollars in this industry, you want to begin to practice the art of teaching. And why is that important? It is through teaching you can pass ideas to people. It is through teaching you can pass a concept to people. It is through teaching that people can give you their listening ears for them to be educated, to be able to make a decision to say yes. If you do conversations alone, 90% of the time is going to be because of your argument. Okay. And I want you to write this down. Until knowledge convicts a person, argument will not convince them. Until knowledge convicts a person, argument will not convince them. You don't want people to join your team and you have to be the one motivating them. You don't want people to pay money to become part of your organizations and you have to call them to make presentation. You want people to join your team because they see what you see. You want people to join your organization because they want to build what you're building. You want people to join your organization because they are properly educated, they are properly informed about the potential that they have as an individual and the potential the business offers. Write this down. You want people to be aware that they have the capacity, they have the potential as an individual, and they also see the potential in the platform. It takes the burden of trying to carry people along away from you. A lot of people in this business don't do teaching. What they do is presentation. And presentation is cramming the slide. Presentation is like remote learning, like trying to cram something and repeat the same thing over and over again. And that's why people come to your presentations, they can predict what you're going to say. You're not making any deep intellectual sense. They can look at the slide and predict that what you're going to say is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you really want to get people in your team to follow the dream, you must learn how to teach. Now, the challenge is, most of you in this business, you're not there fully with your heart to inspire people. You're not there fully with your heart to lead people. You're there because you want people to pay money so you can cash out on the compensation plan. You are there because of selfish reason. And guess what? This business thrives on love, on support, on leverage. It is your love for people that draws them into you. But when people are drawn by love, they must be educated to be fully aware of their potential, their capacity to lead, and then the potential in the platform. I remember from years ago when I was in this business, the first company that I joined, it took me 12 months to learn the business, 12 months to learn the business. On the 12th month, I became a diamond. Not only did I was a diamond, I was the top recruiter in the world. And this company was an American company that was in 56 countries of the world. I was the top recruiter in the world. The reason was leadership and teaching. Why do I teach? I don't want you to be dependent on me. I want you to be fully knowledgeable. I want you to be aware of what I'm aware. I want to have multiple people in my team equal to my capacity so I don't have to stress myself trying to do all the presentation. So if you join this business and you're the only superstar that can do the best presentation, I'm telling you, you have another 9 to 5. Which means if you don't do the presentation, nobody's going to do the presentation. Or if you don't do the presentation, even when people do the presentation, not many people will buy into the leaders you have. Am I making sense? If I'm making sense, if you're understanding what I'm saying, can I see your hands up? If I'm making sense and you are understanding me, can I see your hands up? Can I see your hands up? Okay, beautiful. Okay, so now, before I go into the global strategy, I'm going to share some powerful information with you today. Now, in every MLM company, now I'm going to tell you this. My second company again, which was out of Russia, I was the top earner, top recruiter in the world. And this company was in 156 countries of the world. So how come I was able to be the top earner in the first company that I was, and also the top earner in the second company? Now write these down. Any result you cannot repeat, you borrowed the first one. Any result you cannot repeat, you borrowed the first one. It's not enough to say I am diamond. It's not enough to say, well, I hit a diamond rank. If you are not repeating the volume every month, your first rank is a ghost rank. If you become a diamond this month of January, you hit the diamond rank, and in the month of February, you don't generate the diamond volume, you are a ghost rank. That rank is a hoax. That's why it's important for you to learn the laws of wealth creation, to learn the laws of wealth creation. Let me tell you, you see, MLM is just one of the means, is just one of the means to make money. You can make money through real estate. You can make money in agriculture. You can make money in aviation. But since you have chosen MLM, you want to understand the principles and the laws that guide wealth creation. Because ultimately in this business, what you want is to create massive income. If you agree with me, raise your hand. If you agree with me, raise your hand. Ultimately, forget all the hype, forget all the trips, all the things you're trying to show to people and all the cars. What you want is to become a millionaire. Let's be frank about it. All you want is to become a millionaire. And you just don't want to become a millionaire. You want to build $1 million team. You want to continuously be a millionaire. You want to attend events, and when you open your mouth where there are real estate experts there, where there are stockbrokers, where there are engineers, everything in any other industry, you want to open your mouth and speak, and people know that you are truly a millionaire who understands the principles and the laws of wealth, not just a hustler who is trying to rip people off and get them to sign up without the capacity to teach them. Do I make sense to you guys? If I'm making sense, can I get a thumbs up? Can I get a thumbs up? All right, great. So now, first of all, MLM is a smart way and a cheap way to start $1 million company. I've said that before. And what does it mean to you? It means that the people that really need MLM, network marketing, are middle class. I want to write it down. Middle class is your target. Don't target poor people. Poor people have no skill. Poor people have no leadership skill set. Poor people they need charity. Don't target the poor. The poor need charity. They don't need the business. But anytime someone wants to create wealth, the person takes responsibility. The person knows that he has to learn how businesses work. One of the challenges a lot of people in this business do is you go and pitch someone that is struggling, that has no business being in your circle. And because you want to make money off of their circle, of their commission, you are pitching to them without telling them they have to come and learn how to build people. They have to come and learn how to manage relationships. They have to come and learn how to become a person of value. That's not what most people do. They show you the compensation plan. They say, oh, if you join me now, you're going to make, if you come and bring 2 people, and then you're going to make $400,000. If you're talking to a poor man who is broke, who has no vision for his life, he's going to bring other poor people like them. And before you have it, you have a witchcraft society, and you're wondering why your life is horrible. Because they are not given to learn. They are not there because they want to build. They are not there because they want to make someone's life better. They are there because they want to convince someone to bring money so that they can earn commission. And that is demarketing your opportunity. Do I make sense, guys? If I'm making sense, I want you to get a thumbs up, please. I want to make sure. The reason why I want to see your faces, I just don't want to talk over your head. I want to know that real people are here, and I'm speaking out of my heart. And some people are making sense to you, and you're taking notes, and it's making absolute sense that when I drop this call today, you are going to have a rethink, because it's going to be a wasted effort to run around, bring people in who are not capable of building the business, or you are still struggling, you're not learning, you're not reading, you're not studying, and you manage to talk to a lot of people and they come in and everybody's stuck. Not nice. Not nice. Listen, gentlemen, Tomiwa knows me, Madam Jenny knows me. I was born 1973, guys. I had polio when 1 year, 6 months after I was born. I have been on crutches for over 38 years. I'm working on crutches. And I was on crutches when I joined network marketing. I was on crutches when I became the top earner in the world. I was on crutches when I was the person that was the highest earner in the second company and the last company I worked with. So this is not a physical work, it's a teaching work. It's an inspirational work. It's not a work that you have to run around the whole world physically trying to talk to people. You should attract people by the quality of leadership you exhibit. Now I'm going to ask a question. People think if you join network marketing, everything's going to be easy. That's the greatest lie on earth. Network marketing is the only business model that rewards you for building people. I'm going to write it down. Every other business model will reward you for selling product. Every other business model will reward you for selling services. But the only business model that rewards you for inspiring people, for supporting people, I don't know what business model that can be better than this. You go out there, you teach people. You get satisfaction teaching people. You get out there, people's life are changed. You improve the quality of their brain. You give them direction. You help them articulate their life goals, and you're being rewarded for that. I don't know what else anybody should be doing except this business. I don't know what business model that directly targets you to pay you money for building people and making them better. It is crazy. But guess what? People still do this business and they still remember. I see people tell me, I want to recruit people. How do I recruit them? Let me tell you, write this down. You attract talent before you recruit them. Write it down. You attract talent before you recruit them. If who you are is not an exemplary person of leadership, if you don't have an exemplary life of integrity, and all you have is the company, then you are going to have a hard time maintaining your team. You're going to have a hard time building your team. Now, write this down. MLM is not a business. It's a payment system. MLM is not a business. It's a payment system. Now, what does that mean to you? Omega Pro, which is your company, have built a system that trades when people deposit their money, which means they have a service that people can pay for, which means they can still serve that services without you being in the company. There are so many forex companies today that don't have an MLM structure in it. But Omega Pro said, you know what? Our services are good. We can help people trade their money and make money. But we've chosen a way where we want people to be our mouthpiece, to go out there and inspire people and get them involved in our services. And then we're going to reward them for being the means through which people can see what we have. So what they're saying is, in as much as their services are good and it can sell itself, but they choose to pay people who talk about this business, and more importantly, those who lead people and teach them how to run the business. In other words, the biggest payout, I didn't understand that. The biggest payout in this platform is the leadership bonuses, the matching checks. So if what you do is just to talk about the product of the company without inspiring people, you have another 9-to-5 job, which means it is only you that will keep doing the presentation, which means it is only you that keep running around talking to people, which means anytime you don't go out there and talk to people, there'll be no volume in your team. But when you focus on building the people and teaching them how to set goals, how to articulate their visions, and how to be clear on what it is they're about, then what you're doing is you're duplicating yourself you are multiplying yourself in people. Even when you're not doing much presentations, with volumes to be coming in. That's how I was able to build my organization. So write this down. There are two entities in MLM industry, in the network industry, two entities. Number one, the first entity is the company, which is in this case now, Omega Pro. That's the first platform. The first platform is the company that you're working with. Omega Pro has their vision. Omega Pro has their management team. Omega Pro has their product. Omega Pro has their brand. That's the first. The second entity, write this down, is your organization. Your organization. The same way Omega Pro has a management team, the same way Omega Pro has a board of directors, is the same way you're supposed to have your own mastermind, is the same way you're supposed to have your own stakeholders whom you have meetings with all the time, who have the understanding of what the plan is, which means your organization should be as powerful as Omega Pro. In other words, you're supposed to have a vision for your organization. Like Tomiwa, the day he registered in this business, I was aware. The conversation that we had, I provided some kind of guidance to him. I said, of course, what's your vision? He told me what his vision is. I said, who is your primary target? He said, the people. So Omega Pro has a product called the Financial Trading Services. Your product is the teachings you give to the people. Omega, you are not the owner of Omega Pro. You are the owner of your organization. The same way Mike Sims wake up in the morning and he called his board of directors. They have meeting. They make projections for 2022. Do you call your organization? Do you call your own people? Do you have this meeting? Right now, Leverage Circle was started by Tomiwa. Am I correct? Each and every person here in this call should start his own big organization to make Tomiwa's organization obsolete. Did you hear me? Everyone here, I want you to call me, say, Mr. Ugo, I want you to come and teach my organization. And I want to see 1,000 people in your organization. I want you to fire your upline today. One of the greatest distractions in MLM is uplines. I want my upline to help me. I want my upline to make a call for me. What I want you to say in this meeting right now, I'm going to be the best upline ever. Oh my goodness. If you're with me, raise your hand. If you're with me, raise your hand. If you are with me on this, raise your hand. The greatest distraction in the network marketing business is trying to look for a good upline. They don't exist. If your goal, if your dream, if your vision is not powerful enough to make you begin to learn and think about the people you're going to help, and you're looking for the upline that you're going to help you, I'm going to tell you, you'll be looking so up, you forget your dream. If there's anything you need, is mentorship. Your downline can be your mentor. Upline doesn't mean mentorship. Mentor is someone that has a higher experience in a particular field who can help you make your own journey shorter and easier. A mentor is someone who has a particular successful experience in a field to make your own journey easier and shorter, and who is willing to teach you and help you. Okay, now before I teach you how to go global in your strategy, I want you to type on the chat box what you've learned. Please don't repeat what I said. I want you to type what you've learned. I'm going to hold on the next couple of seconds right now. Get on the system. Tell me what you've learned so far, just to make sure that I'm not talking to some people who are just passing by and this call doesn't mean anything. They're probably not interested in becoming $1 million and I'm here wasting my time. I want you to go on the screen right now, take your phone and begin to tell me what point hit you so hard. It will help me to guide your thought on what you're going to do. I'm waiting for you. Please talk to me on the chat box. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh my God, I love this family already. I love you guys already. I love you guys already. Oh my God, upline doesn't mean mentorship. I love you guys already. Interesting, interesting. Beautiful. I love you guys. I love this team. You guys are so amazing and you are paying attention. You attract talent before you recruit them. And the reason why this is important, if you attract poor people and then recruit them, they bring poverty into your system. How many of you have people and they can't even bring one good person and you are the one making the call? You are the one going out there for them. If you don't show up, nothing happens. That is not what you're supposed to be doing in this business. This business is a leverage business. This business, there are 4 steps in building this business, 4 stages. Write it down. 4 stages to build this business. Ladies and gentlemen, last year, 2021, I made millions of dollars in my organization teaching, and I'm not in any company. My skill of coaching people, training people brought me millions of dollars last year, 2021. So the essence of you building your organization is beyond the company you are partnering with. You want to build an organization that will stay with you, even if I take away the company you're with right now. You want to build organization for you. You want to inspire people for you. You see, Omega Pro is a great company, I believe. Omega Pro have a good management team. Omega Pro has some of the best, people in the world who are running the management of the organization. That's Omega Pro. How about you? Do you have a great team? Are you building people for the sake of retaining them? Listen, gentlemen, it took me 12 months in my first company to become a diamond and the top recruiter in the world. The second company, it took me 6 weeks to become the top recruiter. Why? I already had an existing team who are loyal to my dream. Oh my goodness, someone is not listening to me. Oh my goodness, someone is not listening to me. Oh, are you feeling me, guys? Are you listening to me? Am I making sense? Do not bring your 9-to-5 mentality to a business that has the capacity to change your generation. MLM, multi-level marketing or network marketing business rewards you for becoming a leader. So you know what most people do in this business? They don't recruit people. They enlist people. Anytime you're talking to somebody about joining your company, joining your business, anytime you're going about saying, if you join this company and you make this amount of money, what you're doing is enlisting. And they will join the company. They will join Omega Pro. They will not join you. You want people to join you before they join Omega Pro. You are not in the management of Omega Pro. You don't make decisions in Omega Pro. Omega Pro don't have your name in the registration of the company. They don't consult you to make decisions. It's a platform that is there for everybody. In other words, if the only thing you have to give to people to join you is Omega Pro, then you don't have any specialized knowledge. You have generic knowledge, which means any other person can say the same thing. Why would people follow your instructions if all you can tell them is Omega Pro this, Omega Pro that? I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying, what else do you have that makes people follow you, that makes people stay with you? What else do you have? Because you possibly have money issue, you think everybody's issue is money. No. There are some people already have much money than you have. Can they still join you? You got to have something deeper than money, something more meaningful, a value-driven message. You got to have something that is empowering, because if people come into and register with your company and with Omega Pro, and they pay $100,000 to buy a pack or $200,000 to buy a pack, then what? Then they're going to bring other people. You will be struggling with this, because I see people who have built a massive team in previous companies. The next time they are broke. I mean, to me, what can bear witness? We have seen people who built massive teams before and then remain broke. Why? Anytime you take someone from the street and plug him directly to the company you are working with, that person does not belong to you, it belongs to the company. You know what you did? You took the person's email, the person's data, the person's information, and supplied to the company. You are not an influence on that person. The company sends them email. The company sends them motivation. What do you do to the people that come into your company? You're just working like a fool because you are using your own name and your integrity to bring people up the street and send them somewhere, and you're not the one contributing the 60% of the value they receive. Oh gosh, you guys are not hearing me. If you don't like me right now, raise your hand. If you don't like me right now, raise your hand. Come on, guys. Be honest to me. If you don't like me, Jenny, you don't like me right now? I know you don't like me. If you love me right now, raise your hand. If you love me right now, raise your hand. If you love me right now, raise your hand. Does it matter? It doesn't matter if you love me or hate me. What matters is if I follow the right principles of wealth, I'm going to be successful. And that's why poor people wants to be liked. Rich men wants to be respected. And you can't be respected unless you support people with value. Poor people wants to be liked. Rich people wants to be respected. You see, value creates respect, and respect opens opportunities. Am I making sense, guys? If you're with me, can I see your thumbs up? If you're with you, can I see your thumbs up, guys? If you're with me, if you are hearing me right now, I want to see your thumbs up. Oh, God, thank you. I love you guys so much. So the thing is, there are two things I want you to write down. You've written it down, but I want to stress it. There is Omega Pro as a company. There is your organization as a platform. So start your own organization. In this meeting today, I want you to call people who are your direct sponsors. I want you to have a mastermind meeting today. I said, God damn it, we've been working with this company. We are not even stakeholders. What is our stake here? Your stake in the industry is the people you groom. If you go out there with your name and speak to someone, what do you speak about? We're Omega Pro. Fine. And after that, what next? Nothing else. Nothing else. That's the worst thing you could do, to work for today and not build for tomorrow. Write it down. To work for today and not build for the future. Well, the same energy it takes to be poor is the same energy it's going to take you to be wealthy. So what I'm saying, I'm not saying work harder. I'm saying think about your work. Make it to become transformational. Focus on the people. And I want to write this down. Your relationship with Omega Pro is transactional. The only time Omega Pro talks to you, recognizes you, is when there is an income, when people registers. That's when Omega Pro knows you're there. But your relationship to your team is transformational, which means the only time people can to relate with you is when you inspire, teach them, support them to become the best version of yourself, of themselves. That's what your relationship with the people should be. Not always, because I see a lot of people, for lack of vision, they're always talking this Omega Pro thing out of proportion in the sense that you're not balancing the equation. Balance the equation. Talk about Omega Pro for what it is. Great company, good services, good financial services, great team, Mike Sims and the rest of them, Paulo Thurman, a nice sales vice president, and these are great people. Make no mistakes about it. Then what about you? What about you? What do you bring to your organization? So I want you to put on the chat box right now what you're going to do after this. If I stop this thing right now, what are you going to do when you get off this call? Put it on the chat box. I want to see what you're thinking right now. Put on the chat box. I'm reading. What are you going to do after this meeting right now? What are you going to do? Put on the chat box. Now, so far in this meeting. And I'm sure some people will not type it in because they're not going anywhere. Put on the chat box right now. What you're going to do, call our members. Thank you, Haiti. I love that. I love that. Call our members. Build my organization. Mastermind, book clubs. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. Have meetings. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh my goodness. I love this team already. I love this team already. Oh my goodness. I love you guys already. I love you guys already. I love you guys already. This is nice. This is very nice. All right. Now, so many things to share with you guys. And I'm going to go now. How do I build a global recruitment strategy? What is it? Okay, Ugo. change my teaching, increase, have a different perspective, call my team members and pledge to support them, pay attention to my organizations. I'm going to be responsible for my organizations and make desired differences in impact them. I love, oh my goodness, I love you guys. I want to hold you guys. Can you just hold yourself right down like a bear and hug yourself for me? Come on, everybody. Hold yourself and just pat yourself in the back and say, oh God, man, this is so cool. Don't put one hand. Come on, give yourself all the love, guys. Come on, put your two hands on your shoulder and just squeeze yourself and say, man, I love myself. Come on now. This is nice. Okay? You've done a lot to get people to where you are not. People have come into your organization. You brought them in. They rose higher than you. Why? Because they came in with something bigger than what you have. You brought them in, and the next day they are more than you. Because you never paid attention to the greatest thing you need to have. Now I'm going to tell you this. How do I recruit globally? Write this concept down. When you sell ideas, you get commitment. Write it down. When you sell ideas, you get commitment. When you sell a service, you get cash. When you sell an opportunity, you get referral. When you sell relationship, you get retainership. 4 things you're selling. Number 1, if you sell ideas, what do you get? Commitment. When you sell a service, Omega Pro service, we have these packages, package 1, package 2. When you talk about it all the time, what do people do? They give you money. Guess what? When they give you money, they can't talk about it to somebody else. Somebody paid $20,000 to buy the service. In the last 1 month, the person has not brought one person. It's because what you sold was service. When you sell an opportunity, you get referral. You say, well, now that you've paid, do you know you're going to make 10% on the left? On the weaker leg, they're going to pay you 5%. When you sell an opportunity, they get referral. So, well, now that you're going to make money, do you have anybody else you can talk to? And they refer the next person, they don't refer somebody else because what you sold was an opportunity. When you call people every day to support them, be there for them, well, they're going to give you, they say, okay, anytime I want to top up my account, I'm going to call you. That's retainership. They're going to call you every time they want to top up their account. You see, the last 3, the services you sold brings cash, the opportunity sold bring referral, the relationship you sell brings retainership. You see, these 3 will make you $1 million earner. The only way you can become $1 million earner is to bring people up to the level of knowledge where you are, where they can operate without you. Write it down. To bring people to the level of your knowledge where they can operate without you. If you have multiple people who are equal to you, making the same presentations, multiple places at the same time, you see that you'll be working lesser and you're making more. So what is that you need to do? Sell the concept of the Forex. Sell the idea that birthed Omega Pro. What idea did Sims and his team came together to put as a company called Omega Pro? Before it was called Omega Pro, it was an idea. That idea has ravaged the whole world. Over 1.something million people are bought into the idea. What ideas are you selling to people that when they catch it, they will delete you and go and multiply that idea? Oh my God, somebody, can I get that? Can I get that? Can I get that? Can I get, come on, flip your hands for me, guys. If you sell ideas, when they catch ideas, they get committed into the ideas, they will sleep at night. They will go and share the same idea to as many people as possible. Omega Pro 4 years ago does not exist. It was an idea. Omega Pro as a company started about 2-3 years ago, but the idea is always older than the company, which means these people had something in their mind and they called it Omega Pro. If you remove Omega Pro, they can still change the name and call it something else, but it will reduce the power of the idea. Oh my goodness. Someone is not listening to me. Come on now, guys. Are you sitting on your chair? Can you get on your feet right now and walk around? Get on your feet and walk around. Get on your feet. If you need crutches, I'll give it to you. Get up off your feet, take a walk around. Come on, guys, get around and just say, my God, I'm going to transfer idea to people. Idea is like a virus. It gets into people's brain. They can't sleep at night. You're trying to hold them back. Terrorism is an idea. Capitalism is an idea. Prison is an idea. That's why some people can still be without the prison wall and they are still in prison. Job is an idea. Business is an idea. What ideas are you passing into people's mind? Omega Pro is the name of an idea. Omega Pro can change into another company, but idea remains the same. That's why those who has mastered the art of communication are the richest people in the world. Oh my goodness, someone is not listening to me. Are you with me, guys? Is someone listening to me? You want to be an idea seller. You don't want to be a product seller. Anytime you're talking about products, you are a hawker. It takes knowledge to communicate ideas. Bill Gates sells ideas. Bill Gates has left Microsoft. He's still rich. Elon Musk does not put wires in the office. Elon Musk does not couple transistors in the office. Amazon doesn't sell the books. These people are richer when towards the end of their life because they have mastered the art of ideas. And when you learn how to communicate ideas, no country, no particular industry can limit what you're capable of doing. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you become global. Is someone listening to me? In our next class, okay, to me, well, I don't know how you're going to do it. I think we should do some kind of masterclass. I'm going to show you the 4 steps of wealth pillars. Last year, 2021, I am not in any company. I made over millions of dollars. I am not in any company. So your greatest asset is your leadership. You bring your leadership and side by side with a company called Omega Pro. Omega Pro is leadership company. You bring your leadership in your organization. You partner with tool leadership. So when you get on the stage, when they want to give you the rank, you should not come and use the rank and raise it up. Oh, I am black them. No, you should speak and the company will know that this guy is one of us. Oh, come on, guys. It's like you guys are not getting me. I'm getting off this call right now. No, I'm not saying it's not. You guys are just looking at me like, you know. Come on, somebody talk to me now. I want to see that chat box going in flames right now. After this call, I want you to pledge to me right now that you are $1 million earner, okay? Say, I am $1 million earner, all right? And I am going to learn the greatest art of transforming the mind and the heart of people. Your greatest asset, what you want to target, do not target people's pocket. Target people's heart, target people's mind. Write it down. Do not target people's pocket. Target people's heart, target people's mind. Once you're able to have access to people's heart and mind, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you have created the biggest movement in the history of this industry. That's what you're supposed to do. Oh God, I wish, you know what, tell me what, you know, I'm just over it. I wish I can walk into this team right now and hold you guys and hug you guys and kiss you on the head and tell you you are much more than you are doing right now. You are a lot bigger than no company has the capacity to pay what you're capable of. I have 284 people on this call. These 284 millionaires. And all you do is talk about how much people can register. No, talk about people's dreams, oh God, ladies and gentlemen. Inspire people to know that they've got all it takes inside of them. People have got the capacity. The reason why you're not making $1 million every year in this business is because you're looking at your circumstances, you're looking at your job, you're looking at your background, you're looking at your physicality. Your body is fake. The real you, it cannot be touched. You need to live more in your ideology than you live in your country. Get some books to read. When I drop this call, I want each one of you to go to your own unit. Everybody have the same call. I hope you're recording this event. Play this again and let everybody make a note of what they've learned. And I recommend you to read this book, ladies and gentlemen. Read this book. Read The Alchemist. The Alchemist, I want you to read it. I want you to check what Omega Pro. I spoke to one of your leaders the other time, one of your top leaders, I mean in the management, and the person told me that in the last, that Omega Pro was generating about $28 million in a month. $28 million in a month. Listen, gentlemen, I want you to say that you and your team will generate $28 million in a month. Let's see, don't overhype Omega Pro. Omega Pro is an idea that is named Omega Pro. Name your organization and say, my organization, not Omega Pro, say my organization, myself and my team, we are going to raise $50 million. That's you. Let me tell you, the day you realize you can do that and do it, no company. Now write this down. Middle class do network marketing, rich men own one. You didn't hear that. Wealthy people don't do network marketing, they build one. And guess what? Your bridge to becoming wealthy is network marketing. So if you're not $1 million owner, if you're not a millionaire in dollars, network marketing is your bridge to cross over, and then you can now hang out with Mike Sims and now begin to think about the next revolution. You're not gonna be a recruiter all your life. So even if you're making money right now, don't blow the goddamn money trying to impress people who didn't register. Take the money, invest it. Don't make the money and then buy cars you cannot sustain for people who are still not gonna register. Don't make the money and then take trips to impress people who, but even if they register with every money in their bank account, it doesn't make any change in your life. You want to build yourself to the level when rich men see your capacity. You get up on that stage in Dubai and they call you, and when they bring you up to come and collect your rank to recognize you, and you get the microphone and you speak, the rich people in that hall begin to say, I want to talk to that guy. I want Mike Sims to say, I need to get that boy on this side of the management. The next revolution, people want to call you and say, listen, we want you to be part of our team. We're about to launch the next big thing in the world, and they want to call you and talk to you. You can't stay at the point of rank. Rank is not a destination. Write this down. Rank is not a destination. Rank is a metric to measure progress. Rank is just a metric to measure progress. Rank is not a destination. Black diamond is not a destination. Crown diamond is rank is just steps to measure growth. Destination is wealth. Billions of dollars in asset. Oh my goodness, somebody's now listening to what I'm saying. Come on now, guys. You want to get on your feet right now, walk around, guys. Get on your feet now and let the blood that I'm speaking through get into your brain. I want you to begin to have ideas. I want you to begin to read. I want you to say, you know what? I'm going to build the biggest team in the history of network marketing. You see, to me, where it's getting off. That's what leaders do. They follow instructions. You want to sit down there and just get to like you're lazy and you're just fat. No, get up on your feet right now and let the blood circulate. Let the assimilation of my thought get into your veins. Tonight, you're not gonna sleep anymore until you become a multi-millionaire with a purpose. I tell you why. Money is useless without purpose. Money is boring. Go and ask people who are billionaires. Sometimes, you see this private jet you're talking about, the private jet, if you have it today, next day you're bored with private jet. You want to go to the moon right now next time. So those things don't give you anything to promise. I have cars, I have brand new Mercedes that I drive. I get tired. I don't even remember I have a Mercedes. But purpose, even with $400 billion, you're still pumped up. If you've got purpose with $400 billion, you're still like you have nothing. But if you have no purpose, $100,000 make you feel like you're somebody. Oh, come on, guys. What's going on here, guys? Why would you not want to be a billionaire? Why would you not? If you're not a billionaire, you're going to die. If you're a billionaire, you're still going to die. So what the heck, man? Why are you trying to be careful? Careful with what? Careful with what? Okay, well, I don't want people to call me a scam. Well, it's a scam not to tell people about your dream. Well, I don't want people say I don't like network marketing. Well, what the heck? Everything in life is about networking. Your brain is a network of veins and neurons. Your central nervous system is about networking. The greatest bridge for an average middle class to become a wealthy person is networking. If you don't have $1 million to invest in the business, we have 1 million people to talk about an ideas. So how come you are in one of the greatest inventions of mankind, you have a network of people, who have about 4.5 billion people in the world, and you're broke? Something wrong with your man. If you have 4.5 billion people in the world, you have no damn excuse to talk about being broke. You need to go and raise your game. You need to go and read the book. You need to go and find what it is you're for. I'm tired of any time. Omega Pro, who are you? What do you stand for? Add some purpose to this business. Bring some extra advantage to this business. Bring some dynamics of leadership to this business. Bring some level of insight to this business. Read a book about how to grow someone's life. Go get something done. Don't give me this Omega Pro, Omega Pro. That's Maxim's idea. That's Paula Dam's idea. The product is so good. We don't need to talk about it. If someone registers in this business, it's going to work, whether you talk about it or not, because they were already successful before they got you in. Some people want to say whether it's going to work. Now, let me tell you, ideas activate people's creativity. Drop ideas in people's brain, they begin to think about their life. But guess what? You ain't got no idea. And the idea you have, you're overselling the idea. You have stretched Omega Pro that people think, okay, it's like this thing is really a bunch of crap. No, it's not. We need you to bring your spiritual dimension to this. Bring your heart, bring your purpose, read the book, have conventions. As Omega Pro is having conventions, I want your team to plan in bigger conventions than Omega Pro. Omega Pro is having biggest convention in Dubai. Well, I want you to go back to and rent the biggest hall in Dubai and let your own convention in your own team be bigger. That Omega Pro have to call you. Let's negotiate. What the hell, man? It's looking like, you guys make this business look like, oh, I was broke and I was poor and I found Omega Pro. Hell no. You are always wealthy. You never knew how to use it. You are always wealthy. You were damn wealthy before Omega Pro came. You just never know how to activate it. And guess what? There are so many broke, poor people in Omega Pro still, because Omega Pro is only a platform to reward those who are competent. Come on, guys. Now, what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? There are people who are in Omega Pro who are damn broke. Your back office is like a graveyard. Everybody that registered never brought anybody else. Damn it. You have 50,000 people who don't know what they want. The last time they paid money, they never brought anybody else. You know what? I want to get out of here. I'm just tired of people just sitting about looking at me. I want you to get angry with me. Like, this dude, what is wrong with you? You know what? You go shut the hell up. I'm going to show you that I am more than you can ever imagine. No company in the world has the capacity to pay you. You are always bigger than any company you work with. Do you know why? The company you are with is somebody's idea right now. So take a chill pill as you promote Omega Pro. I agree. I get it. It's amazing. What else you got? What else you got? If you come for Omega Pro training, now if I walk in there, if I come there and listen, you're showing me PowerPoint. You know, Omega Pro started in that. Please shut it. That's Mike Sims. That's Mike Sims. If I come to your event the first day, if I show up the next day, you're still gonna repeat the same thing. I'm tired. I'm gonna cram everything you said without a brain. I'm gonna repeat the same thing. Damn, you need to get angry with where you are. If you're not tired of where you are is tired of you. You see, stop talking about diamond. You've been there too long. Move up to the next. Well, I am Blue Diamond. For how long? 6 months ago? That's old school. Damn, you know, hey, I'm black what? Diamond rank is not a destination. Rank is just a step to measure progress. And so you've been diamond for how many years? So how do you go global? Write this down. The new era we are right now, I'm going to close with this. The new era we are right now in the world is called the era of the crowd. The era of the crowd. We are now in the era of the crowd. You see, there was a time data was the, yes, thank you, Emo, thank you, era of the crowd. There was a time data was gold, but now that era is gone. Now we are in an era after COVID where the whole world is on the platform like this. The whole world is online. So what you need is, how do I convert the crowd to a community? Write this down. Crowd means a large number of people who are disorganized. The world is in disarray. The world is disorganized. People without aim. People are going about every day hopeless, don't know what they want in their life. Anyone that can craft a message that can make people leave the crowd and join you, it becomes a community. What you want to do is to convert a portion of the crowd of the world into a community who are bound by a goal. Oh my God. Oh my God. The whole world, there's so many stuff going on. People are disoriented. People lost their job. 4.5 people in the United States quit their job. People quit their job. They were not fired in 2021. 4.5 million people quit. There was no purpose in that place. They're tired of routine. These people need direction. When you go to the world that is disorganized and bring a message of hope, a message of direction, which is what Mike Sims did, and people begin to follow a direction, they become community. The ability to convert a crowd to a community is your greatest game changer. Oh my goodness. Hey, God damn it. Like, if you're not excited about what I'm saying, I'm excited about my damn brain. This brain is crazy. Turn the news, people are broke. Turn the news, bad news everywhere. You can just spark a little message of hope. And people look at you and say, listen, if I follow this man or this woman, I'm going to find my direction. That singular, simple act of creating a direction for people to find purpose is the greatest business in the world. So write this down. Social value creates cultural value. Cultural value creates business value. Write it down. Social value, when you find a purpose for people, when people find purpose in being with you, it becomes, when they stay in that value, it begins to become a culture. When that culture is created, it begins to value. Most of the reason why you're buying Gucci, buying Louis Vuitton, is because you believe in the culture of excellence. When you buy a Rolls Royce, you're not buying a car, you are buying an accessory of statement, because the Rolls Royce has been promoted as a symbol of significance. So people don't buy Rolls Royce who need cars. Rolls Royce is not a car, it's an accessory of statement. So when you take social culture and create a value, a social value, and turn it into a culture of wealth, people want to identify with that culture, and that's where they do their business. Why do people go to Harvard? Why do they go to Stanford? Because those particular institutions seems to portray a culture of significance. Damn. Come on now, talk to me, guys. You want to build a community out of a crowd. Now, I want you to check how many people on Facebook, 2.something billion on Facebook. Don't ever tell me you don't have who to recruit. Just say you don't have value to share. Just tell me you don't have value to share. Tell me your value is not articulate enough to get people to sign up because of the value of what they're going to become. Selling money as a means to register in your organization is one of the greatest demarketing you can do. Money is a demotivator. It brings people with impatience. When you talk about money too much, it takes away the patience of people to build something that is lasting. Listen, gentlemen, I hope I made your day today. I love you. Tomiwa, over to you. Thank you very much. Let's have a masterclass. Let's have a masterclass, a 3-day masterclass. Let me show you how to build from zero to become $1 million earner monthly. I love you. God bless you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ugochukwu Emego. Please, let's show him some love. You guys, I know, I don't even need to ask this question. I know a lot of us, and virtually every one of us have got value today. I've got value, and we really want to thank you, Mr. Ugochukwu, for taking time out to actually explain to us and show us all these golden nuggets on how we can take our business from where it is to the next level. And as you have suggested, definitely we're going to organize for a masterclass very, very soon. I think you did one for us some times ago, but definitely we need to have another one. We need to learn from you. We need to make sure we tap as much as we can tap from you so that we too can learn and actually grow in our business called Obigo Pro. Thank you very much, Mr. Ugochukwu. And I'm very, very grateful, and we're looking forward to the masterclass anytime soon. I think I will get back to you. We'll agree on the date, then I'll announce it to the team. Then we'll be able to make that happen very, very soon. So guys, please, let's show Mr. Ugochukwu some love on the chat box.
Go to the Ugochukwu Omeago Instagram. I have a lot of content there. Follow me on Instagram. You're going to get a lot of content. Yes. I love you guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate your time. Please, let's show him some love. I don't know if you have some few questions. Can we take some like 2 or 3 questions before you go?
Absolutely.
Okay, please, if you have some questions you really want to ask him before we end the call, just unmute yourself. I want you to, first of all, raise up your hand first. Raise up your hand on the chat box, then I will enable you to be able to put on your mic, then you can take it off from there. Okay, John Akpan, can you just unmute yourself and let's hear from you?
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, John.
What a wonderful presentation, sir. What a wonderful teaching. I'm so grateful, and I'm happy that I didn't miss this call. Quick, sir, my question is, you spoke so much about leadership, and I'm beginning to see this business in a different perspective when one gives much attention to growing leaders, so that even at the time that maybe in the future, there is no Omega Pro, you still have persons that are under you. And please, the question I ask is, sir, can you just kindly maybe give us, maybe our leader, Tomiwa, just give some of these books, leadership books that we feel we can leadership skills, so that in
Okay. So first of all, write this down. Teaching brings awareness, relationship brings discipline, community brings wealth. Teaching brings awareness. When you go to a teaching, when someone is teaching, your mind is expanded. When you're part of someone's life who is successful, you will learn the discipline, the process of becoming. And when you have a community, wealth is created. There's something you said. You see, Omega Pro is an independent platform, but do you have your own platform, which is your organization? Right now, I'm talking to Leverage Support. This is great. So an example of building your own organization is what Tomiwa is already doing. This is what to emulate. Now, leadership is basically an art and the ability to influence people's life to achieve their goals. Leadership is an art, an ability to influence people's life to achieve their own personal goal. So before you read a book, I want you to understand what leadership is. Leadership is influence, okay? So beyond reading a book, find people who are doing well in their industry, be part of their system so that you can be influenced, so you can influence other people. Because 90% of the time, you see, we read these books, it becomes head knowledge. It becomes what? It becomes theoretical knowledge. It becomes presentation. It becomes, okay, the 7 laws of leadership. Number 1, A. Number 2, laws of the lead. This is not what it is. But the essence of reading is to expand your awareness. Leadership is when you begin to learn how your character, your integrity, your selflessness can be an example for people to follow to become their own best. Okay, so first of all, one of the books I can recommend for you is the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. But read it for awareness. Serve people for leadership. The essence of leadership is to serve people and show them how they can do without you. Now, I want you to write this down. Write this down. In networking, without leadership, you have a job. If you are not teaching people how to do without you, you have another job. Leadership, right, is the ability and the art to influence people to achieve their own goal. That's what it's about. Now, the last thing I'm going to say is this. Your job in networking is not to help people. That's not your job. Your job is to teach and show people how to help themselves. Write it down. Your job in networking is not to help people. When you help people, you create dependency syndrome. They start depending on you. If you don't show up, they can't do presentation. If you don't call, they can't call. When you help people long enough, they'll become dependency. So what you want to do in this business is to teach and show people how to help themselves. That's what your role. And teaching and showing people how to help themselves is leadership. So, but the book you can read that I know that helped me, there's a lot of books you can read. Number one is 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. And now The Richest Man in Babylon is a good book that can help you to have, intelligent information about how to direct people on how to run their financial affairs. All right, Jonathan, that was a brilliant question, and I thank you for coming up with that question. I hope I answered it correctly for you.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we still have some more hands are up. Richard, please, can you unmute yourself? Let's quickly take your question because our time has been fast spent, but we still want to give you the opportunity to actually take one or two questions to our special guest, Dr. Ugochukwu Emeogo. So, Richard, if you can hear me, just unmute yourself. Let's hear from you.
Okay, good day. I will now need to thank the moderator. My question has actually been answered. I wanted to make findings and ask for a recommendation of books, but since it has been answered, I will only need to thank the teacher.
Okay, thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Richard. Okay, I can see James. James, please, can you unmute yourself? Let's take your question quickly before we end today's call. Go ahead, James, let's hear from you.
Boom, 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 boom. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this call. It's really a great opportunity to be here. I never believed in my wildest imagination that this call was going to be possible today. When I was told that the doctor was going to be here, I was just preparing my team and hoping to see you on the call.
We can hear you. We can hear you. I can hear you.
Seeing you on the call was a great privilege for all of us, and I have some of my top members here who enjoyed every bit of every single word in this session. And this is going to go largely far beyond the leverage cycle. All the other teams are going to get this video. And I strongly believe that everybody that will watch this will be super fired up, not just for themselves, not just for Omega Pro, but for the better good of Nigeria, Africa, and the nation at large, and the world at large. So thank you so very much to our Black Diamond going Crown Diamond, Tomiwa, and thank you so much, our Dr. Ugochukwu Emeogo. My question is, I've really followed you a long while on YouTube and your work you've been doing a long while, and I know that for you to have gotten so far, thus far, you would have fought across and overcome a lot of challenges. There are several times that we as leaders, I feel like giving up. There are several times we put in so much energy, so much effort, and the result is not commensurate to what we have done. And sometimes like that, you even get insulted and disappointed when you are trying to do these things. So in your own words, sir, I don't know if you can just let us know two practical examples that we can relate with. What were those few things that you can just quickly tell us that kept you going when you face times like that? I think that will really help me particularly, and I'm sure every one of us.
Okay, so there is two types of you're always operating in two levels of ignorance. All right, the first is when you're ignorant, it means you rejected knowledge. Ignorance means you see knowledge, you reject it, and when you reject knowledge, it is impossible to affect the world. And the Hebrew word for light is knowledge. So when there's no knowledge, there is darkness in your mind. But ignorance means to ignore, to reject knowledge. But there's another level of ignorance that is now making people very, lame. That is called niche science. Write it down, Nescience, niche science. That's when you're not even aware that you're ignorant. That's when you're not even aware that you don't know. So you're making effort without even knowing that what you're doing is wrong. So because everything God made in the world is supposed to be simple. The grasses don't stress to grow because the act of growing is built in the DNA of the grass. Human beings are meant to thrive. Human beings are born with the DNA of God, and they are born to become successful. But when you don't know the knowledge of how to become successful, everything you do seems to be difficult. So what I can say to you right now is move from ignorance when you reject knowledge, and then move to say, what else do I not know that I don't know? And begin to consciously to say, okay, for example, if you want to become a doctor, you go to medical school. Am I correct? Am I correct? If you want to become a lawyer, you go to the legal school. If you want to become an engineer, you go to engineering school. If you want to become a rich man in the area of business, what should you do? You should go to a business person who is successful to teach you. So why do you want to try something you have no knowledge about and say is difficult when in fact you have not learned it? So nothing is difficult. You're simply untrained. Write it down. Nothing is difficult. You are simply untrained. The compensation plan in Omega Pro, why is it called compensation plan? Compensate means to reward something that has been done. But listen, gentlemen, the root word of compensation is competence, which means the compensation plan will only compensate those who are competent in the business. The Omega Pro compensation plan does not pay those who register. It only pays those who recruit people. So why don't you learn competence on how to recruit people? Okay, when you recruit people the first time and they don't repeat the business, why don't you learn about communication on leadership to sustain the people that joined you? Okay, what if you build the people that joined you and you don't have a system that can make them duplicate themselves? Why don't you learn about how to build a system? So write this down. The man you call the poor man is a wealthy man who is untrained. Nothing is difficult. You're simply untrained. So yes, anytime I'm having difficulty in doing something, I just tell myself, Coach, you have not learned it well. The same way you can learn yourself into becoming a doctor, you can learn yourself into anything. You can also learn yourself out of anything. The root word and the final advice to you, Mr. James, is nothing is difficult. You simply have not learned it. Nothing is difficult. So every day I'm learning. I got a book. I visited my friend, Madam Jenny. I went to her house. I saw this book. I said, Madam Jenny, I'm buying this book right now. In less than 2-3 days, I have finished the book. This is my third round of the same book. So basically, knowledge creates a way. Knowledge creates a way. So nothing is difficult. You're simply untrained. I hope that answers your question, right? And I'm encouraging Tomiwa, how many of us would like to have a master class with me? Raise your hand. Put it on the table. Put it on the chat box right now. If you are hungry and you're ready and you say, let's go for the master class, put the word 7 on the chat box right now. If you are willing and you are ready to get on the master class with me, put the word 7 on the chat box right now. On the chat box, master class. Master class. Put the chat box. I want to see it. 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 The man you call a poor man is not a poor man. He is simply untrained. He just doesn't have the knowledge, period. Listen, gentlemen, I am not in any network marketing business. I was there. I found out that it was my value that brought the money to the company. Write this down in your note. It is the value, my name, my integrity, my leadership that brought the money in the company. So I am the one that brings the value upon which the company pays me. So if you're struggling with the business, trying to get people to come in and you're not making money, Omega Pro has built a solid foundation to reward you. And you know very sure that is one of the most credible company in the world right now. Omega Pro has maintained its promise, has kept paying people as far as they have started, all right? It's because people like you are bringing the value to the marketplace. So if you want the compensation plan to pay you huge, it must increase your competence. Tomiwa, over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much once again, Mr. Ugochukwu, for that your time. And I can see a lot of ads are coming in again, but I will only take 2 more. Okay. I think Richard and John have already spoken. I think Coach Amon, which is one of your fans that I know very well in the Leverage Circle.
Oh my
She's
goodness,
all the way
where
from
is she
South
at?
Africa. She's always eager to hear from you over and over and over again. Coach Amon, over to you. Please unmute yourself. Let's Mr. Ugochukwu take your question. I know
Oh
you're
my
a big
girl,
fan
look at you.
of Mr. Ugo. Good to have you on the call.
I love you.
I love you too. I love you too so much. In fact, when I was raising my hand, I was raising to say I'm here for the masterclass. So make sure it's virtual because I couldn't come to Nigeria.
Okay.
But I am so happy to be here. You know, I just, you know, I'm one of your greatest fans. In South Africa, I'm #1. So thank you so much for the value added. I always leave all your sessions. You know, I have stalked your Instagram. I have gone through all your videos. So yeah, I'm the person that I am today with Mr. Tomiwa. You know, yeah, you guys have changed my life so much. So it's really a heartfelt, deep gratitude for both of you. And the first time that we attended the session was right here in the Leverage Circle. Immediately I left here, I looked for you and I got you on Instagram and I never looked back. So thank you, Mr. Tomiwa, my black diamond going presidential crown diamond.
You got it right.
And yeah, and Mr. Ugo, Dr. Ugo, I love you so much. I love you guys so much. I am so happy today. So thank you so much. Looking forward to the virtual masterclass, please.
Okay.
So
All right,
Mr.
guys.
Ugo, you can see that we have members all across the world. So it's not Nigeria masterclass.
So what we're gonna do, quickly right now, how many of us want the masterclass to happen in a month or 2 weeks time? If you say 2 weeks, say 1 month. Pick your choose right now. 2 weeks, 1 month. Right now, let's see what we can make it happen. 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 month. 2 weeks, 1 month. 2 weeks, 1 month. 2 weeks, 1 month. Okay. All right, 2 weeks is going, 2 weeks is going. So to me, what you're gonna do, you communicate. I'm gonna make sure that they get a discount and make it easy for everyone, and then we can hold it. We're gonna start it from here, and those that want to come physically can come physically, and then we're gonna make it virtual at the same time, so everyone in the world can be part of it. Okay. So it's up to you guys. I'm giving my blessings to it, and let's make it happen.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ugochukwu. I will communicate with you and also communicate with the team. Then we'll actually plan towards the masterclass. Once again, thank you. I really appreciate it because every time I call on you, you are always ready and willing to support and to help the entire team of the Leverage Circle. We love you and we thank you very much. And I can promise you that the only way we can actually compensate and actually make you to be happy is to see us succeed in this amazing industry. Thank you very much, and see you some other time. Thank you everybody also for your time, and let's actually appreciate Mr. Ugochukwu once again as I leave the chat, and let's make sure we'll practice virtually everything that he has actually taught us today. Let's put it into action. Let's do what is expected of us for us to be able to take our business to the next level. Remember, next week, Monday, this is our early morning dose to success. We always have this wake up and win call Mondays to Fridays, because tomorrow being Saturdays happens to be our physical meetings all over the world. So there will not be wake up and win tomorrow, but we have a physical meeting right here in Lagos. Some will be taking place in Owerri, some will be taking place in Port Harcourt. We have some in Abeokuta, we have some in other parts of Nigeria and outside Nigeria, including Uganda, Tanzania. They also always have their own physical meeting. But by Monday, we'll be having another wake up and win. If you find this session very, very informative and educative, I will urge you not to miss next section on Monday. The Monday is always bumper full of information because it's our Gratitude Monday, where we always appreciate God for showing us this amazing opportunity called Omega Pro. And we also see life testimonies of people that have used this platform called Omega Pro to rewrite their financial story. But if you're by any way not yet part of Omega Pro, or you are not yet part of the Leverage Circle, I will urge you to make sure you return back to the person that invited you to this call. Ask them, what is Omega Pro all about? What is the Leverage Circle all about? And they'll be more than excited to plug you in and show you how you too can be part of the winning and happy team like what we have in the Leverage Circle. Love you guys, and let us meet at the top because the bottom is always crowded. My name is Mito Mwa. See you guys tomorrow. For those of you that are in Nigeria, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
We go hide away in daylight. We go undercover, wait up the sun. Got a secret side in plain sight. Anybody's got the power. They don't see it 'cause they don't understand. Spinning round and round for hours. You and me, we got the world in our hands. Everyday people do everyday things, but I can't be one of them. I know you hear me now. We are a different kind. We can do anything. We can be heroes. We could be heroes. Me and you. We can be heroes. We can be heroes. Me and you. We could be.
Thank you, guys. Love you. Let's bring out the hero in us and rewrite our financial story. See you guys at the top. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.